Hi, I'm Chelsey.
And I'm Alyx.
Oh, I'm supposed to talk? Okay, and this is our short conversations on the art challenge that we're doing right now, which is one drawing, one read a week. We post on every Monday a drawing and a short snippet of our novel and or an idea that we have surrounding a specific plot line and all of our very unique, dramatic, and funny characters in that plot line.
Yes, and the purpose of the challenge is to push ourselves and put things out there like we've not ever done before, and grow as artists and an author. So we want to just talk about our experiences in that and the challenges we're facing, the realities of it, to show that side of things and how it's affecting us as far as, you know, getting through our perfectionism, working on our imposter syndrome, different things like that.
Mm-hmm. Keeping it real.
Yes.
So if you want to listen to the artist behind Moonlit Qbee and the challenge that we're doing right now, then please listen on. Again, short conversations, and enjoy. Okay, so before we jumped into the actual conversation that we had on our fourth drawing, our fourth drawing and our 1 month celebration, we wanted to kind of give an update because this post is going to be a little bit different.
Yes.
And we just wanted to explain why, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain it or do you want me to explain it? I mean, it's just life.
Yeah.
And I guess we just want to be real that life
happens.
And maybe it happens for a good reason, because I was actually thinking that it might actually be good to do a color for every month that we hit, just because it was such an experience and very different, and it would be fun to see one of them colored.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. Pick one that looks like a good one to color.
Yeah, so the reality is that we're doing this challenge around our lives. We still have our full-time jobs and our responsibilities that we have to do. We're in our 30s. We have a lot of obligations.
Yep.
And we are currently trying to build a business and move out to property. So there's been a lot going on in our lives that it's very difficult to incorporate this challenge into it. Difficult, not impossible.
Yes.
And then life likes to throw curveballs.
Yes. Big curveball this week was coming up closer to the deadline. I got a migraine, which I get at times. So that really took a big chunk of time out of what we could do.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to kind of move our plans around for it quickly and choose something else. And Chelsey really had to take over, which sucks, but it's a lot of life, you know.
But it is what it is. You know, and, like, there are going to be times where Alyx has to take over for me, too. So.
Yeah.
And this is, if anyone out there suffers from migraines, oh my gosh, we so feel your pain. It is not fun. It's totally debilitating, and I feel like Alyx has gotten a lot better, but every now and then one will just take her down.
Still hits hard.
Yeah. So to recalibrate, because I am not the drawer, if you want to call it that. I mean, I can draw, but it's not like Alyx's stuff. So, but my passion lies with colors, and I really want to get super good at colors, and all of that. So I was just recalibrating and like, well, why don't I just color a piece? And we've had these planned. We've actually recorded 2 of these already, for our first drawing and our second drawing, and our third drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we've had, well, we did 1 recording for 1 and 2. We did 1 recording for 3, and then we did a recording for 4. So
yes.
We technically have 2 recordings already ready, but we're going to push this one out first anyway, so it's going to be a little weird because we reference our conversations that we've had on drawing 1, 2, and 3. And so those episodes are going to come out probably this week or next. We'll probably just do a batch update and just push them out.
Mm-hmm.
But so we're going to overlay that conversation of drawing 4, right?
It's drawing, number 4.
Which is not the drawing that we're going to be showing.
Yeah, drawing number 4 is Little Seedling.
Oh, Little Seedling. But we're going to show Cottagecore Crush.
Yes.
Because that is the one that I decided to color.
Yes.
Because I love Leonte. I'm such a fan. And I really wanted to color something that had a full, like, background and foreground and all that stuff. So,
that was a good one to pick.
Yeah, so I had a lot of fun. And I also wanted to talk a little bit about the reality of that because, yeah, it sucks. I had to take it over, but life does that, and that's okay. You press on. And yesterday, you know, when she got hit with that migraine, all I wanted to do was freaking give up. I was like, oh my God, this is going to take me so much, because I had to basically start from scratch and do everything by myself, and that was really aggravating. And I'm not doing everything by myself because Alex is doing all the editing for the audio right now, which is great. Yeah. But it happened in an opportune moment because I do have some days off, but I wanted to spend my days off doing other things. So, I guess all I wanted to say is if you're struggling and you really want like your dream to come true, all I can say is we've been struggling for years to do this. And I think we talk about this in the conversation too, is don't give up because you grow so much. And even though it is so tough, you have to keep pushing on. And one of my friends just told me that a setback is actually a setup to get you to where you want to go. And you may not be getting there in the way that you thought you were getting there, but you're still getting there.
Yeah.
So, even though right now, all I want to do is go lay in a field in a mountain and not see or talk to anyone, I am really freaking proud of myself for pushing through. And I'm really freaking proud of Alex for pushing through too. So enjoy. Hopefully if anyone listens to this, they can connect to what we're saying, and hopefully we can inspire you to get out there and push for your dream, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So first of all, 4 weeks! Yay!
A whole month!
That's really exciting. I can't believe it. It feels like it went by really freaking fast. But before we get into that, I just had questions for the individual piece, which was Tay.
Yes. The Little Seedling.
Did we call it? I thought we just called it Little Seedling.
Yeah. Little Seedling.
Little Seedling. So, what was your favorite part about? We'll both answer these questions. I only have 3. So, what was your favorite part about working on this piece?
My favorite was just designing the picture with the little full body Tay, and then her like close-up expression and the fun little border.
Yeah, I liked what you did. I also liked that the close-up face was a different angle.
Yeah.
You know?
The other side of her. Yeah, that was fun. A little bit different. What about you?
Probably has nothing to do with the actual piece itself. It's that we did it in one day.
Yeah.
So, like, I got a new job and have been having to, like, figure out how to live my life around this new job. Those are the hangers in my closet. Figuring out how to live and then incorporate this project, and then we also, went up to our parents' house and whatever. So
yeah, and I took a trip out of state.
Yeah,
it was a week.
It was a week, and we already knew that it was going to be tight. You know? But just the fact of doing it until like 2:30 a.m., we ended up staying up to 6, just like decompressing and hanging out afterwards. Apparently.
Not realizing it.
But I remember working on it and just being like, fuck, I have to do this, But then realizing when we finished, I was like, oh my God, this is week 4.
Yeah.
And being really proud of us. So that was my favorite part.
Feels like the most consistent we've ever been.
It is the most consistent we've ever been. Yeah, so that was my favorite thing. What was something that you had to let go of on this project?
Her hair.
Oh, really?
I had to let go of her hair because I wanted to make it so much more. So there's just parts of it that I just see flat squiggles and it makes me sad.
I see.
But especially, I didn't mind the full body one too much, but the close up, I really wanted to make it way more better.
That would have taken time.
Yeah. time and figuring out how to, because I've never done. It's not really my style anyway, but it was just such a close up.
What do you mean it's not your style? What do you mean by that?
To have like super detailed hair or whatnot. I'm still figuring out how my style's gonna work with the curly hair like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I gave you that project.
I love it.
Oh, good. I love
drawing
curly
hair and figuring out hair in my style. So
I love drawing curly hair. It's my absolute favorite, but I don't love coloring it. I'm discovering.
I love Tay's volume and craziness.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
I mean, like, it just fits her.
It does.
Fits her. Of course, we're the only ones that really know that right now, but
yeah,
it's fine. What was something that you're proud of?
Her full bodies. The whole thing. I was proud of the clothing and the hands that I whipped up together and her feet.
Yeah, you should be proud of her feet. They look great.
Thank you. And the whole pose.
We've known about this, like, pose for a while, so it was really nice to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole one just made me very happy. I don't know if there's anything on her full body that I don't like. I love the whole little picture.
Nice.
What about you?
Well, I didn't answer the first one. What was something that... Or the second one. What was something that you let go of on this project? For me, this was the hardest project for me. I would say that this one was really difficult in that because it was last minute. It wasn't that it was last minute, it was that I had one day to do it in because our schedule was so packed.
Yeah.
That when I sat down to do it, it felt like I'm just going to do it, you know? And I had to really work through letting go of wanting it to be perfect. Taya's like, I don't know, you can have soul dogs and heart dogs. I feel like Taya's like my soul character, you know? Like, I love her so much, and I just wanted to portray her correctly, and I just felt like it came across beautifully, Tay, but from a writer's perspective, I just felt like there was more I could have done or whatever, and then that's why, while I was writing it, I was reading the actual narration around it and the writing around it, and I was just disappointed. And so I had to let go of that, and I'm actually really glad that I did let go of that, and that is actually the thing I'm most proud of. But because it brought us to just go, okay, well, what is she saying, and then let's just focus on what she's saying.
Yeah.
So and it wasn't like a cop-out, it was just me being like, it felt disjointed. Like, I couldn't figure out what I wanted the scene to be, and the focus was really her talking to the plant.
Yeah.
And that's something that she does. She's way more comfortable talking to plants anyways, and I just felt like I really wanted to embody that, I guess. And the whole thing was rough for me because I had to figure the writing out, freaking record it. And it wasn't just... I'm not a voice actor.
Yeah.
And when you have so much love for your character and you're having to record for them, and you know that they could sound like 500 million times better if you just had like a professional voice actor for them, But, oh well. And I had to let it go. And then I had the audio drama. And that was another thing I had to let go of, is just not having the skills in this program, and not just not having the skills, but not having the time to go, okay, how do I fix this? What can I do better? Because that would have taken hours, and I was already pushing midnight by the time I was like, just fuck it. It's going to have the buzz. I just got to do it. So yeah, and then proud of is that, like, me letting go and working through it, because I am an Aries. I tend to get very emotional and emotionally charged, and instead of being like, all right, I'm going to go pout for like 3 hours, I was like, I'm just going to push through and do it, and I ended up being really proud of it.
Yeah, it's good.
So, but I felt like how you felt with Bear and Tay, the first one we did. I felt that you were really struggling with that one, and I felt like for our fourth week I was really struggling. Because I was also really fucking tired, because that was my last day doing that job that was super labor intensive, which I haven't done in a long time. So I came home and I was like, I gotta do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it was a push.
Yeah, it was a push, but we did it.
Woo.
Amazing. So going into that, this is our 4th week. We've talked about like doing something with our stories for so long, and I know the end goal is for us to like do comics and all this stuff, but we're not really putting any kind of anything on it. You know, we're just moving forward. We're doing this art challenge. We don't know what's going to happen at the end of the 3rd month, but we do know that we're going to continue creating. We just don't know what it is. And like I said, there was so much I had to let go of, you know, and then as soon as it was done, I was like, wow, we did it. This is our 4th week. And then when we went to the coffee shop the day after to post all of it, I was like, I felt high on it, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we're cool. We're doing this.
That was a great vibe.
It was
Sitting
a great
at the
vibe.
coffee shop with our dogs, posting it.
Yeah, I loved it. So you can answer all 3 of these. You can answer 1. You can just choose to just talk about 1. You can choose to talk about 2, whatever. So the questions are, what is the one thing that stands out to you most about doing this for 4 weeks? What is something you are proud of? You could talk about something that you've learned. Like, what is like the biggest thing you learned? And then what is something you'd like to highlight? I have my answer, by the way.
Go for it.
So I'm just going to highlight, I guess, something that I'm noticing / learning. And I'm sure this will ebb and flow because of how it is living and being an artist and all that stuff. But other than the fact of just being really fucking proud of us for doing this and pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone and just doing it, you know, not overthinking it and being like, this is the challenge, we're just fucking doing it and we're going to do it no matter what. No matter what happens, we will post on Monday this drawing and this audio. And being consistent, and there's a word I'm looking for, but it, like, committed. Yes, consistent and committed to it, both of us, no matter how difficult it's been. So that's something I'm really freaking proud of, because it's not something we've ever done.
Yeah.
But then the highlight of what I've learned is that being consistent and committed, no matter where my skill set or skill level is, it has brought me confidence to keep doing it. You know, like, it's scary and it's hard, and I definitely do get like frustrated when I feel like the writing isn't up to the level I want it to be, or I wish I had more time to do it, or whatever. Yeah. But that wasn't the whole point of it anyways. But doing, like, I realized that Monday 4, I guess I should call it week 4, right? Yeah. Week 4, the way I felt on week 4 was far different than how I felt on week 1. Yeah. And just being like, you know, at that coffee shop, posting and being really proud and being like, wow, look at all, like, we have 4 episodes out on podcast or on Spotify. We have 4 episodes out on YouTube. Like, we're doing it. Yeah. And it felt really good. Nice. So the growth is confidence. So just doing it brings you confidence. Yeah. Regardless of where your skill level is. That's what I learned.
I think the 2 standout things for me would be, one, so I think both of these, the challenge has really pushed both of us in different ways, but the 2 big ones that I'm finding at week 4 is being more comfortable letting things go. Far more comfortable than I felt at week 1. And I think that that's a skill that really needed to be developed. And still does. But being able to let things go. Because it, you know, I can look at, you know, my favorite manga artists and whatnot, my favorite authors, and see things that I'm like, oh yeah, that's a funny looking face or whatever, you know? But it's
the
like...
The nose is sideways.
Yeah. But it's like it doesn't translate to me, you know? To my own stuff. I still want it perfect. perfection. So that one, getting more comfortable letting things go. I felt way more comfortable letting things go this time. Especially just doing it all in one day. It's like, just get it out!
Because you have to. You don't have another choice.
Yeah.
And that's why the nose does become sideways, and the head's too small, and the shoulders are way too wide. Because you have a deadline.
Yes.
And in the end, content is what matters.
Yes, exactly.
And, yeah.
Yep. And then the other big thing that I'm really excited about is having to figure things out. Meaning, I have a drawing, and I just have to figure out how to, draw the hand from a specific angle, or how to make it look like she's got a prosthetic foot, or, I just have to get through that instead of just kind of, scrapping a sketch and then starting things over in a different way or whatever. So that has been big artistic growth as far as the drawing goes.
You know what I kind of thought of while you were saying that? I feel like we do things for our ego. Because, I write, I like flowery words. You know what I mean? I like fluffy words. And it's something that I struggle with in my writing. I'll go back and read it, and I'll be like, Jesus. I'm just talking about, how it's all about feelings. I'm the J.R. Tolkien of feelings. And no, I'm not like J.R. Tolkien, but, how he would describe a leaf forever. I want to describe that sadness forever. And I like all the fluffy words because I really want to make you feel it. But not every fucking paragraph needs to be like that. But when I write like that, I feel good about my writing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what it sounds like you do with your drawing. You draw for your ego subconsciously. So you're like, well, I don't know how to draw that. If I draw it, it's going to look shitty, and that's going to make me feel shitty. So I'm going to draw something that I like and enjoy.
Yeah.
And understand and know.
Yep.
So it's instead of drawing and writing for our egos, we're drawing and writing for growth for the first time. I think that's the difference.
Yeah, big one.
And that is a skill that we've never worked on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice, but it's hard and it's scary.
Yeah. I am excited. I like that all of this is coming out. It's things that I didn't necessarily just think would happen with the challenge. It's pulling skills out that didn't kind of knew that we needed, but not realizing how much of a skill it was.
Yeah. And I guess let's end with, what are we looking forward to for the next 2 weeks?
The next 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Or 2 months?
Oh shit, yeah, 2 months. Just what are we looking forward to, in the coming...
Throughout the challenge.
Yeah, projects. Yeah, throughout the challenge. I guess next month, because we'll probably do this again when we're on 2 months. For me, it's just, what are we going to create?
Yeah. I'm excited to see more characters and to have more writing around different characters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for more growth in all aspects.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really say there's anything super specific to look forward to. It's more so, what else will the challenge really bring out?
Yeah, I agree. It's mainly, I just can't wait to see what we create and what we overcome.
Yeah.
And
It's
now,
exciting.
on to the next one.
Woo!